Hi everyone, Linda Reed-Enever, and welcome to another Tips Tuesday session. I'm so excited to have you here joining me, and on this Tips Tuesday session we're going to be delving into the world of blogging for your business and exploring how to build your blog audience. Look, you've spend so much time creating that blog post. You're wanting to look to engage, looking for people to be able to connect with you and connect with the work that you've put in to that piece of content. So today, Tips Tuesday is all about exploring that work, exploring how to expand on that work that you put into your blog post. So I'm looking forward for you to join me. We're just going to give the algorithm just a few seconds to find us and make sure that we are actually live. Check for any tech glitches on my end. We are good to go, and we're going to delve into this Tips Tuesday session. Now, for those of you for the first time joining me, my name is Linda Reed-Enever. I am the founder of Business. I run the impact team at Enever Group. I'm a PR and marketing consultant, and I love teaching others what I do, and that's what we do here in a Tips Tuesday session. We share our knowledge, and I share my knowledge and expertise with you as business owners to help you connect and market your business. So I'm just going to quickly type this intro and then we'll get started. It's Tips Tuesday time. And we'll get started exploring blogging. So for those of you joining me, say hi, let me know where you are, what you've been up to in the comments. I'd love to see that, and I'd love to hear what's been happening in your world in the comments. So please let me know how those things are going. Okay, so we're delving into our Tips Tuesday session for this week. And as I said, this one is all about making sure that we help you, connect and grow your blog audience along the way. So blog writing is one of the most accessible tools that we have, because if we have our website and we have a blog built into our website, we are able to share our story. It's like having our own curated magazine. But as we know who read magazines, you see them. Magazines put a lot of effort into advertising. They've got their little billboards, their banners, and they spend time marketing the content. Because when it comes to blogging, or just like magazine writing, or just like publication writing, it is all about 80% of it is actually the marketing side of things. So 20% of it is writing the really good content, and then 80% comes into making sure that it's optimized and it's ready for search, and then you continually market it. So one of the things I talk about when we come to blogging is making sure that our content is timely, making sure that it's engaging, and making sure it's relevant and on message to the brand and the products and services that you provide, so that as part of our blogging area, you get known for this area of expertise. And obviously, you want it to be as original as you can be. So you want to give your own spin on a piece. And when I was in the Kickstart over the weekend, I was talking to people about remembering about going back to the basics when it came to blogging. And I still say that, remember to go back to the basics. Remember to cover the things that are almost second nature to you, because quite often those starting to look for your services, they're the things that they are actually typing into search engines when they're coming to look for you. So the benefit of blogging for you is it helps you build client engagement with your brand. So, if you're sharing more tips or more tricks or more how-tos, you can do those sorts of things. It creates it creates a position of authority for you. And it also is a more personalized communication tool, because this is your own online magazine. As I was saying before, it's like your own online magazine. You get to share the tips and the education that's available, and you get to share the resources. And you can do things like we do with this Tips Tuesday session, where we actually embed the video through into the blog post as well, and it's another way that people can connect with us. So not all your blogging has to be written word. You can use video content, you can vlog as well. So there's a general rule about blogging, which I said is about growing the audience, and that is 20% of it is creation. So it's putting the blog together, getting the right image, and then 80% of it is about marketing it and about sharing it to your list. So now we're going to delve into where do we share it so that we can grow our readership numbers for our blog posts. Now, the first and foremost one that I talk about most often is your email list, because you actually own your email list. So we want to start with our email list. Now, you can do that in a number of ways. You can do that via an RSS-based campaign, where we basically send a weekly update. Anyone who subscribed to my newsletter will get a weekly update about the things I wrote across the site during the week. Or you can do a curated newsletter where you make sure that you're including a couple of really good, strong blog posts and tips and articles within your area. Now, there's another really handy thing when you're talking about growing your blog readership. When you're running nurture sequences and little trials, look at, you know, supporting your nurture sequences with different callbacks to action to blog posts that you've got written on your website. I'm a big MailChimp fan. MailChimp allows me to run that RSS to email campaign update that goes out quite regularly, but you know, there are other providers out there that will allow you to do those things as well. So how do we, you know, starting with a mailing list is great, but how do you encourage subscribers? You want to have down the bottom of your newsletter the option to, you know, did you like what you read? Remember to subscribe to our newsletter list. Use the sidebar on your website to be able to encourage people to subscribe to what you're doing. And the other options that you've got are to run some opt-ins and some nurture sequences where you maybe give away an ebook or a tip thing that will help you be able to build that list. Now, we don't need a massive list. You know, remember, in numbers don't mean a thing unless the people are engaged. What we need is an engaged list. So you want to be making sure that people are opting in, they understand what they're about to get from you, and that they are engaged. They're going to open those emails and do all those things. So don't stress too much if the numbers aren't huge, because if you're talking to 20 people regularly and all those 20 people open up your emails and they buy and engage for you, then that is better than 200, than where only, you know, maybe 1 or 2% buy and engage from you as well. So add the pop-ups, add the opt-ins, you know, start looking at your nurture sequences for 2021 if you haven't already done that, when you start putting together your email list for that period. Now, the other option you've got is your RSS feeds, and people are able to subscribe to the newsletter via RSS. It's a pretty old technology now, but there are still some people out there that use it, and we use it on Media Connections quite a bit for the journalists to, you know, get a RSS feed delivered to their inbox on the categories that they want to be looking at. So it's a little RSS feed button that you can put on your website. Once again, it delivers via email, via the RSS platform, directly through to your website. So think of tools like Feedly and those ones. That's normally where people use those things. Social media is obviously a no-brainer when it comes to marketing. We've got these social platforms. We want to be sharing our blog posts. We want to be sharing our information out there. But there's a couple of things that I want to share with you about where you can share on social media. So if you've got Facebook, you've got more than one option. You have your business page. You have your personal profile if you think it's going to relate to the people on your personal profile. You know, put things out there like, I was really proud of, you know, this particular section of this blog, or hey friends, I'd like your feedback on this blog that I wrote. You've got your, as I said, your business page, and we want to make sure that if it's a good evergreen piece of content you've written, that the social schedule, if it's Meet Edgar, which is the one I really love to use, works for you. You're making sure that you've got that scheduling content going out consistently over that period of time. So making sure that you've got that you put it into your schedule. The other thing is you've got your Facebook groups, so the groups, and that applies to both LinkedIn as well. You've got all the groups that you participate in. So you're looking at your personal profile, your business pages on Twitter, or on Facebook, or on LinkedIn, and you've got Facebook groups. And one really cool, handy tip that you've also got is Pinterest now, that as long as you've claimed your website and your RSL, you're able to have an automatic feed go directly from your website to Pinterest to create pins on your blog posts as they go live. And that's a very handy thing to tap into. So we want to be sharing on social media. We also want to make sure that we've got social share buttons on the bottom of our blog post, because we want to encourage our readers that if they like what they've read, to be able to share it easily. So we use the Monarch plugin, but there's lots of plugins out there that you can use that allow you to have those social share buttons down the side of your website. So we want to make sure that we've got it so that our people can share. So we want to look at sharing, obviously, as it happens, because we're great at sharing as it happens. We want to make sure that we're sharing across social platforms. Once again, we're great at doing that as well. And the other thing that we want to do is we want to, you know, maybe look at how do we automate this. Now, I use a tool called Missing Letter to make sure that all of our blog posts actually get created, and they take that blog post and they create almost a 12-month campaign for being able to get your content out there and share your content. Now, Missing Letter, a great tool. We've been using it since they started. We love it. It's definitely something that we use quite regularly here in the office, and it saves us a massive amount of time. Now, the tip I want to give you guys about using Missing Letter today is if you're going to use Missing Letter and you're going to create those 9 or 10 social posts that will help you connect with your audience, the other thing that you've got to do, but the other handy thing that you can do when it comes through it, is you've got the opportunity to be able to sorry, bear with me, you've got the opportunity to be able to take those key statements and those key messages that Missing Letter will give you. Because what Missing Letter does is it actually grabs up the information and grabs up the information along the lines and grabs key statements and key messages from your blog that it thinks people are going to engage with in social media. So you could grab those key pieces of information. You could use a tool like Lumen 5 or Canva, and you can create them into small little social posts and almost bite-sized posts in images or tips or tricks along the way. So we, once again, using the most of our content, marketing our blog, and you can take those images or those little pieces of video tips and link off to your blog, because we know we can share our content and we want to share our content in multiple different ways so people can engage with it. So we want to make sure that we are sharing it in different formats that people can engage. So some people will be visual and they will love the image and video link. Some people will just want the link, and some people will just want a really good introduction written for you on your social shares. So when you're doing that, that's where Missing Letter comes into one of its own. So we need to encourage social sharing as well. We need to encourage engagement. People like to see people engaging with your blog posts. So one of the ways that I love to encourage engagement on my blog, especially on the Reed-Enever group site, is these Tips Tuesdays we use with a program called Simple Social Press. It automatically creates a draft for me, and then all the comments that we have coming in from this Facebook Live goes right through to the Tips Tuesday process. So right through to the blog post, and the comments are all popping in there for people to be able to see and engage with. There's also bookmarking sites, so you're able to share your blogs on bookmarking sites. So there's Stumble Upon, Digit, Delicious, Reddit, Tumblr, and Scoop that also can help you reach new readers. And one handy one that I really love to do, and it's not so much a bookmarking site, is about sharing your content to another platform. It's a site called Medium. Now, Missing Letter does Medium for me, but if you don't, you can take your blog post and you can add a new post to Missing Letter by just importing from Medium, importing from a URL. It'll put all the credits in that originally appeared on your blog post, but it allows you to be able to attract a new readership and a new way to connect with people, and that's what Medium offers there as well. Customer loyalty, there is also the opportunity to make sure that we're just loyal on customer campaigns. So you help to get reach. So you might actually mention your customers. You might talk about your customers in your campaign so that they can engage with you that way as well. And then there's just the good old fashioned promotion side of things. So we want to make sure that our website is well publicized. Is it in our email signature? Now we use a tool called YStamp to make sure that it's in our email signature. And then we look at our insights and we look at where the information is coming from. But the thing about promoting your blog posts most of all is I would suggest you go and have a look today, and today's tool I'm going to go and have a look at the questions that relate to your blog posts that are being asked in Facebook groups or places like Quora, and provide a little bit of an introduction about how you can help them or how you understand their problem or their question, and then link off to your blog post for them to find further readership, because we've added value and then you've provided a link and a resource for them to engage and hopefully get to network and follow you a bit further. Okay, guys, there's some tips for you to help you grow your blog audience. I hope you've had a great one. For those of you looking to do some more blogging work with me, we have got the blogging for business, the blogging for business, the blogging retreat in February next year. God, in December. In February next year. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place after a kickstart and 3 days of being away. That you're more than welcome to attend to, and you will find that inside the Facebook events on my event page, or you'll find it on my website under Reed-Enever lindareedenever.com.au/events. I will see you around next time. I'm going to go and have some coffee and see if I get my brain together. Okay, bye.